I am thrilled to introduce you to the Honorable Scott Brison, MP, aka the Iron Chef.
Thank you, Carol. Now, you all think that it's a great sacrifice for me to come all the way from the East Coast here, from my home in rural Nova Scotia here to Victoria, spend time with you tonight. You invite a rural Nova Scotian to a place where I can have all the local beer I can drink and eat 5 burgers and get to pick the best one. This is no sacrifice whatsoever. I'm delighted to be here with you tonight. I want to thank you, first of all, for your support of the party, your commitment to Canada, and your absolute belief in the values that we treasure as Liberals. After 3.5 years of Harper government, Canadians are really wondering, where's the beef?
That's right.
And tonight we as Liberals are here to show them exactly where the beef is. The fact is, here's the beef. And a lot of the beef is local. And it's great beef. And you know, the fact is, there's very little of it that's Nova Scotia beef. That would have kind of betrayed the notion of local. But I think that's really important for the future of sustainable agriculture. And I think I commend the organizers for having seen that here tonight, and in fact making that part of tonight's celebration of local food and of liberalism. So, on that, first of all, I want to thank John Rose for hosting us here tonight at the really lovely. We really appreciate it. It means a lot to us. I want to thank Spinnaker's Brew Pub. By the way, that's one heck of a good wheat beer. That's the one thing in Nova Scotia, we don't grow good wheat, you know, in terms of wheat beer, but that is one great beer, and I want to thank Spinnaker's Brew Pub for doing this. Spinnaker's is known in Victoria for producing a world-class product locally, and so I commend Spinnaker's for their support and their generosity here tonight, and their commitment to sustainable local food. Paul Hadfield is a major supporter of the whole proposed national food policy. Carolyn Bennett and Wayne Easter in our party have been leading the charge on developing sustainable agriculture as a cornerstone of Liberal food policy. And one of the things that, when you talk about agricultural policy in big cities, people's eyes glaze over. But if you talk food policy, they get interested. So I think one of the things that the Liberal Party can do in the future is a party that represents a lot of urban ridings and needs to rebuild ties to rural Canada to win more seats, but also to be an effective representative of rural Canada. The best place for us to do that is around the area of food policy. Now, all the ingredients here have been sourced locally. We have, I understand, a beef from Highland Bound Ranch. We have hamburgers from Cowichan Valley. We have Dragonfly Farms and Sunwing Farms providing products here tonight. Eagle Paws Farm. We have, like, this is really wonderful that you here on Vancouver Island are reaching out and recognizing the importance and the high quality of local agriculture. Now, we have some really exceptional celebrity chefs here. I was introduced as a chef. I'm just the guy who's going to eat this. I'm actually kind of intimidated because the last time I judged a food contest was in my riding. It was a pie contest at the Stanley Pumpkin Festival, and I picked one winner out of 13, which means I lost 12 votes. When I got home, I said to my dad, I dropped by at Dad's house on the way home, and I said, you know, trouble is I won one vote and I lost 12. And he said, no. He said, but you lost 12 families' votes. So this is really onerous tonight. And look, Keith Martin was an MP. They gave me a bio here, and I'm to hell with that. Keith Martin is a friend of mine. Keith Martin and I have made a similar odyssey to the Liberal Party of Canada. We followed our values when there was a Canadian political realignment, we followed our values to the Liberal Party of Canada. And we've been able to convince enough of the people in our ridings to follow us to win. And Keith Martin is somebody who has garnered respect in the House of Commons. You were elected in 1993. I was elected in 97, so he's a lot older than me. A lot older. But Keith Martin is somebody who makes a real difference defending the interests of people who live here on Vancouver Island, but a real difference in defending Canadian values in Ottawa. And I thank you, Keith. You're a great friend, great Liberal. Let's see. We'll see shortly whether you're a great cook. Now, and I'm not going to be biased just because we're friends.
No, why not?
Elections Canada would intervene. Now, we have Ann Park Shannon. Now, Ann was a candidate, of course. Ann is a foreign service officer. Someone's been a foreign service officer to Malaysia and Burma. That's why tonight her burger, it's Burmese mountain dog. No, I'm sorry, that's not the case. In any case, I'm sure you've got some, what is the theme here tonight in terms of your burger? Yours is the only burger I don't fully understand the theme of.
The theme is Stephen Harper discovers Asia.
All you need now is another Stephen Harper discovers Asia. I'm not sure if I want Asia to discover Stephen Harper. Now, Victoria City's councillor, fourth term, and that's
Don't stop.
Municipal politics. That's the really tough stuff. That's where the rubber hits the road. And I certainly wouldn't want to try to get re-elected my riding after appearing in public in a frock like that.
It's actually a frock from Oakland.
By the way, they're taking pictures. Wow. Now this is going to be the Victorian burger. Now, how do you describe the Victorian burger?
Comes on a cheese scone.
A cheese scone. Okay.
Cheese scone.
And it has two special sauces. Number one and
Which
number
we can't
two.
share with you because they're deep family secrets.
And a little heart-shaped cheese.
With English bacon, cucumber slices, tomato slices, and cob lettuce.
God save the Queen.
Oh, well, and there is a controversy in our family. Is it tomato slices or tomato slices?
That's not called the whole thing off. This is terrific. Now, Tara, Tara, now, your burger, this is your first year as a councillor here in municipal politics.
The rookie and okay.
And, well, the fact is you're, I mean, as opposed to Chris who's wearing a sort of a frock over there, you're as a rookie, you're dressed much more conservatively. But this is your first time participating in one of these kinds of events. Are you having a good time?
It's great. I need another beer though.
Don't put on that sombrero from Mexico or Stephen Harper will revoke your visa. Now we have, you know, this is a Liberal function because this is going to be a spicy burger, and God knows if it's burgers, there's none of those spices like salt and pepper and things like that. But, so tell me about your burger.
Well, we've got it's all juiced up here. It's waiting on the grate here. It's onion and some very special spices in the meat. We've got some organic tomatoes, organic avocados, some green pimentos, and a very special chipotle sauce.
That's just exactly like my mom used to make burgers in rural Nova Scotia. She used to call it chipotles. I'm looking forward to that. Now, I hope somebody's going to cut these into quarters because there's no darn way I can eat all 5 of these. Now, David cowboy murder now. What can I say about this?
I thought you'd appreciate it.
David thinks he looks like a cowboy. I think he looks like something off the Village People. But that's all right. But that's all right.
Nothing wrong with that.
Now, David's on the board of the Land Conservancy, and I mean, what we're doing here tonight, besides having great food and celebrating local produce, but we're also talking about the environment, and that's terrific.